I promise you've never thought about this the way we're about to explore it. Have you ever been in a quiet room, a meeting, or maybe even a library, when out of nowhere your stomach starts growling? Embarrassing, I know. But why does it happen? Why does that sound make you feel like everyone's suddenly staring at you? Sit tight, because by the end of this episode, you'll know everything about what causes those unexpected stomach symphonies. First off, the technical term for a growling stomach is borborygmi. Yes, it has a name, and it's as quirky as the sound itself. It comes from a Greek word meaning rumbling. But at its core, this is just the sound of your digestive system at work. Let me break it down for you. Did you know that the digestive system is never really quiet? Even when you're not eating, it's constantly moving. The main culprit behind the growling is something called peristalsis. Picture this. Imagine waves rippling through a tube. That's essentially what peristalsis is. Waves of muscle contractions moving food, liquids, and even gas through your digestive tract. It's like a never-ending conveyor belt. Now, when your stomach is empty, there's nothing to muffle the sound of those waves. That's when you hear the growls loud and clear. But it's not just emptiness that sets off borborygmi. Keep listening. It gets way more interesting. So why does your stomach make even louder noises when you're hungry? Well, hunger itself triggers a chain reaction in your brain and gut. Here's how it works. When your empty stomach notices it's been a while since you last ate, it sends a signal to the brain. Think of it like a text saying, "Hey, feed me." In response, the brain sends signals back to the stomach and intestines, prompting them to get ready for incoming food. This activates peristalsis again, but this time, the contractions are more pronounced, as if your digestive system is practicing for the big meal. What you're hearing is essentially air and digestive juices being pushed around. Without food to absorb the sound, it's like your stomach is performing an a cappella concert that you never asked for. And of course, it always sneaks in right when you want complete silence. Why does it seem to strike at those moments? That's because quieter environments make it easier to hear not only your growls, but everyone else's. Yes, this is just another example of how sound and embarrassment works hand in hand. Now here's a twist. Did you know borborygmi isn't just limited to humans? Animals too experience stomach growling. If you've ever wondered if your dog's tummy noises mean they're ready for a snack, well, you wouldn't be wrong. In fact, most mammals have some version of this phenomenon. The mechanics are universal: peristalsis, air movement, and contractions. Let's address a common misconception. People often assume that borborygmi only happens when you're hungry. But here's the truth. Your digestive system doesn't hit the pause button just because you've already eaten. Even right after a meal, that same process of peristalsis continues. In fact, your body operates on something called the myoelectric migrating complex. This is like an internal housekeeping crew that starts cleaning out any leftover food particles and debris in your digestive tract. Picture it like vacuuming your house after a dinner party. Borborygmi can also be louder if there's an issue, say excessive gas or certain foods you've eaten that your gut struggles to digest fully. Beans? Anyone? Foods rich in fiber, while great for health, tend to be gas-producing champions. That's why certain meals make you regret sitting in total silence later. But wait, it gets even deeper. Have you ever wondered if a growling stomach could mean something's wrong with your health? Most of the time, it's completely normal, but excessively loud or persistent stomach noises could sometimes indicate an underlying condition. For instance, issues like lactose intolerance, irritable bowel syndrome, or malabsorption disorders can make your digestive tract go into overdrive, causing more pronounced noises. Of course, if you're ever worried, it's best to consult a healthcare provider. And before you go thinking that humans are unique in their digestive quirks, let's highlight some fun animal facts. Did you know that cows actually produce way more digestive sounds than people? All those stomachs, they have 4 after all, generate enough noise to make a symphony of borborygmi. Dolphins, who digest fish and squid, also experience similar phenomena. And let's not even get started on reptiles, whose slower metabolic rates mean their stomach sounds might surprise you at random intervals. By the way, there's a social element to this too. Across cultures, a growling stomach is universally understood as a sign of hunger. Entire traditions and jokes have been built around the concept. In some societies, they even have specific words beyond borborygmi that describe the act of one's stomach loudly demanding attention. Language, like the human body, adapts around shared experiences. Now, I bet you're wondering, is there a way to prevent this? You're not alone in hoping for a remedy. Here are a few tips. Staying hydrated is key, as water helps reduce excessive air in the gut. Eating smaller, more frequent meals can also keep your digestive system pacified throughout the day. Avoiding air-producing foods like carbonated beverages, beans, and certain veggies like broccoli can tone down the rumbling orchestra. And chewing slower may help reduce the amount of swallowed air. But then, wouldn't life be a bit less exciting without the occasional stomach growl to keep you humble? It's a reminder, albeit noisy, that your body's working exactly as it should. Sure, it might embarrass you now and then, but those moments also make great stories to laugh about later. So, the next time you hear that growl, you can own it. Remember, this isn't just some random noise. It's an intricate process of biology. Your body is basically running on an endless cycle of chemistry, physics, and engineering. And now you know the science behind it. Bet you'll never hear a stomach growl the same way again. Don't forget to share this video with your friends if you've ever bonded over growling stomachs during a silent moment. And if you've got a fun, embarrassing story, drop it in the comments below. We want to hear it all. Till next time, stay curious, stay amazed, and keep asking, why?